some time now, and I attend every call of his, and there is something which breaks, and something new comes up in every call, and every day something a paradigm is broken and new is formed, and I remain in question just because of him, and it is wonderful to associate with him and be on his calls. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashok. Thank you very much. Uh, I always give your example in my classes sometimes that if you wish to know what true receiving is, you may learn it from Ashok. The reason is you have been into training industry. You do evaluation of trainers, and despite that, all of my classes, paid or unpaid, you are there. So, let me also tell that Ashok have attended Access Bars class with me. And whenever I conduct a Access Bars class again somewhere else, all my participants are invited to be my volunteer. So they would be doing small stuff for me, taking care of the venue or logistics for me. Ashok have done it 2 times or 3 times.
Two
Yeah,
times.
2 times. And there are other volunteers also like Ashok. They have total open receiving. And he's attended a foundation class with me, and I was doing another foundation class which is a 4 days advance, and he came over and we trade the body process, which is a kind of a healing process for non-access people. So he attended that as well, and he has attended every call that I ever had, and he was able to manage time for it from his busy schedule, and that too being away from his home, which is in Delhi. He's in Chennai on some work. It's been almost a year there, but he always manages to attend. That's what true receiving is. So we'll talk more
I
about, yeah.
I just rushed from Gurudwara today. There was
Yeah.
some function in the nearby Gurudwara. I had an invite,
Huh.
so I said, "Okay, I'll come back again, but let me attend this one first."
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can contribute something new to you on this call, because that's my intention, and I would not have a planned structure of what I'm going to talk about. I would be doing facilitation. So if somebody have a question specific to money, I would be answering that. Yeah. Rachita, a brief introduction about you.
Right. I'm Rachita Chauhan. I am from Calcutta originally, but now I live everywhere around the country. I'm a writer and I am going to be a published author. My debut novel is coming out from HarperCollins this year itself.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure.
Yes, Priyanka. Hello.
Yeah,
Brief
hi, how are
introduction.
you?
Yeah, I'm good. Zindabad and getting better.
Okay, I'm a bars facilitator bar now in Excess and just choosing greater and greater each and every day.
Awesome. Awesome. And where are you based? People would love to know.
Sorry,
Where are you
where
based?
do I place? Okay, I place in Delhi.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dishant. Dishant, can we have you on camera? Hi, Sandhya. Okay, so something very important, and let me begin with that. A lot of people come on my calls, and Priyanka have noticed it, and she always used to say, Geet, how come on your calls people are on camera? Because I teach them receiving. You cannot receive from a closed fist. Most people, they have their blocked receiving because they would prefer not to meet people, not to talk to people, not to interact with people. They would only post on their social media expecting other people to like, and later on their likes start diminishing because they do not interact with other people's story. True receiving is when you are willing to give as well as receive, and it doesn't matter whether you are giving or receiving. So if you have a closed fist, neither can you receive nor can you give. If you are really and truly here on this call to receive, you would have your cameras on. And that's one of the way you can honor the facilitator. And if I was charging you for this call, I would have given you the complete leeway of, not receiving because I got paid. But since I'm not getting paid, can you please pay me by keeping your cameras on? Because that's the condition of attending my calls. So that I can talk to you, I can know about you, and I can facilitate you so that you can receive more from the call. Okay. All right. So, what is Money Matters? So, why did I name it Money Matters?
Because money matters.
Money matters? Okay.
Money matters.
Okay.
Okay.
How does money matters?
It makes things easier. It's more of like something like in a car, the way it's a lubricant works. It's not, the car will still move, but it makes things easier. It's not the be all and end all, but it is an agency that makes it easier to do things.
Okay. All right. Got it. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Okay. I see the camera name as Patole. Am I pronouncing the name correctly, or can I have your first name?
Tejas.
Tejas. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Tejas.
Yes,
I'm just changing your name. Tejas.
yes, sir.
Okay. Hi, Tejas. Tejas, would you like to keep your camera on?
Just a moment, sir.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Rachita. Yes, Priyanka. So, what does money matters mean?
Money is basically a medium to have anything that you desire, or most of the time, not all the time. Yes, most of the time.
Most of the time. Okay. So, are you saying that money matters, but it's not everything?
Yes.
Okay. Glad. Thank you for saying that. So, what are other things that matters?
Your own self.
Sorry?
My own self.
Your own self. What do you mean by that? Isn't money for you? Are you buying for? Are you earning money for your padosi?
No, it is for myself. Like, what else matters, you ask. So I said, like, the main thing that matters is who am I and where I stand. Like, myself
Okay.
matters
Being
first.
what we are. Being what we
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
Being you.
Being you. Well, you are using the technical language.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Because
am not in the technical
that
field,
that's
so
all
I
right.
am not.
That's all right. So Priyanka, if you were being you, you would have all the money in the world.
Okay.
Dane and Gary, they have all the money in the world, and they are creating more because
Yeah.
they are being them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somewhere in the journey to being you, we are on our way. We have not reached there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I'm glad you understand that part. Yeah. So Rachita, you said that myself. I would like you to say a little bit more about this because how do you distinguish between yourself and money?
Like I said, like money is a medium. Money is a lubricant. Money makes things easier. But I am somebody who, I have my goals, I have my missions, I have myself. I have to be honest to myself first. Money makes it easier. Okay, now I want to take a vacation. If I want to take a vacation, and money would make it easier for me, obviously. But the desire is mine. So that is not money. The desire from is the self. It's me. So that is how money and me are different. It's a medium, and I am the person who the first mission in my life is for me myself,
Okay.
to understand me myself.
All right.
It
So
may
is the first mission fulfilled?
not yet, otherwise I wouldn't have been having this. I think there is a lot of
Got
layers which I need to understand.
got it. Thank you for
Learn.
saying that. Thank you for saying that. I think you are doing good. Yes. Thank you. Yes, Tejas. So what is money matters? And can we have a brief introduction of you? Would you please unmute yourself because I have muted everyone. There was background noise.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
So money matters a lot
Okay.
because actually I'm suffering from this money issue since last 10 years.
Okay.
Before that, I was working with a company that is trading in share market.
Hmm.
And suddenly the bad things happened to me
Okay.
that I have incurred in huge losses.
Okay.
And then onwards, I'm not able to do trade, but also in any other field, I'm not able to, what do you say, um, get the money thing out of that trade or that business.
Okay.
I'm suffering this from last 10 years.
Got that.
I really don't know what to do, how to do,
Got that.
when to go,
Yeah.
who will teach me. Or I have tried a lot of things. I read money attraction, then affirmations are there,
And they did not work.
but that didn't work.
Yeah.
At least till now for me, at least.
I got that. Thank you so much for sharing. Got it. Ashok.
Yeah.
Yeah. So money matters. What do you mean by that?
Money is the energy which helps you to create your cherished reality.
Okay. What else?
And it makes things move for you.
Hmm.
And it makes you realize who you are in terms of energy.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if you matter to you, then money matters to you. And this is a very important money matter.
Got that. Got that. That's a little jumbled up, but I know that you are coming in from some space of clarity. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that. So how come there are 6 of us and 4 people have shared? Dishant, would you like to share anything?
Sir, I'm in crowded place, so I can't.
Well, I think Dishant, let me be very honest. If you cannot interact with this call is of no use for you. So if you can be in an uncrowded space where you can come on camera, I would really appreciate, because I would like to make a difference to you. So if, let's say, after this call, if you are going to make 100,000 rupees by tomorrow, would you be interested to show up on your camera, or should I distribute 1 lakh rupees with other participants?
Sir, I'm really a layman in this field.
Correct. So there is no field. We are just talking about money, so that something for you can shift. Are you willing to receive?
One, sir.
So, you had joined late, and by that time I had already covered money. Do you know the total amount of money which is out there in the world? Can anybody make a guess? Rough guess? Godzillion. Godzillion is number of zeros only God knows. Yeah, so if that is, and it is not in money form, it is beyond money form. So is gold money? Stocks and bond money? Is real
Money.
estate money? Is your brand equity money?
Nope.
Nope, it is not.
It is a commodity that you have bought with the money, because money is
So
the energy that you
yeah,
are putting into it.
you can just convert and say that I don't want my name on that novel. Would somebody else would like to have their name on the novel and you'll convert it into money? Would you like to do that?
Depends on how much money I'm getting.
Correct. So why don't you go out and check?
No. Uh, on a serious note, that's my understanding of money, because gold and everything, these are different commodities at the end of the day. This is my understanding of it. So you are purchasing, instead of purchasing gold, I can purchase with the same energy, the energy of the numbers. I can purchase a brand equity. I can purchase a stock. Depends on what I want with it.
Correct. But if you don't have to purchase and if you have created of your own, is it money?
If I've created it of my own.
Yeah. So I have a brand equity.
Okay. In a way, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So when somebody is running their business for several years and they sell it to someone else, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So like Limca and Thumbs Up,
Right.
right? Their
Right.
brand equity was purchased, right?
Yes.
Even for WhatsApp, the brand equity was purchased.
True.
True. Even Cadbury's got sold.
Yeah.
Are you aware? Yeah.
Cadbury, I didn't know about that. But
Yeah. So
currently with
the name
Twitter
of
and
the
all
company is Mondelez, if I'm correct. Mondelez bought Cadbury several years back, almost 6, 7, 8 years back. So Cadbury's is no more Cadbury's. It's all Mondelez. Yeah. So everything can be converted into money. Now look at things around you. If you are living in your own house, even if not your own house, look around how much of money have you created? Directly, indirectly, in many ways. The things that you bought, including the earphone or the mobile or the system or your glasses, everything. This is all money, right? Who created it? You created it. And you would be surprised. So, Rachita, were you in a corporate job earlier?
no, I wasn't in a corporate job.
Got it. For those of you who have been in job, can you please make a total of the total amount of money you earned until now in your life? You would be surprised the amount of money that you made. And Rachita,
Yeah.
in your case, if you have not worked or if you were not
I have
having your
worked.
own business, okay, you have worked.
I worked before. I've been with the entertainment industry for a very long time. I've been an assistant director, executive producer, things
That's
like that.
exactly what I asked. So,
It's not a corporate job, so
oh, it's not a corporate job.
no, it was more of independent films, and we were sourcing and things. But
Got it. Got it. So you had your own work, right?
yes,
Okay. Got it. So, whatever amount of money, have you ever totaled it?
yeah.
Can you please make a total of it?
I have to think. I've been working for a very long
Just a rough calculation.
It
And you
would
will
be
and you don't have to tell me. No. It's only for you. You don't have to disclose it to us. Otherwise, we might go to the income tax office. Yeah, it's only for you.
right.
Because when you look at that amount, you would know that you were a creator and you created it.
Yeah.
And then you bought somebody else's reality and lost it. So the problem is not your creating ability. The problem never was your ability to create. The problem was your ability to have. So you are judging yourself on your ability to have money. So does the money flow out of your hand just like that? Have you experienced that? It doesn't
Yeah.
stay, right?
Yeah.
So the problem is not in creating, the problem is having. We would speak more about in the 10 call series how it is a problem on the having part. And it's a big issue. So when I look at the total amount of money I made in just 3 or 4 years, I was zapped. Tejas, I'm putting you on mute. Lot of background noise. Yeah. So our problem is with having money, and that is what we are judging ourselves on. So let's say tomorrow you get 100,000. Are you willing to receive? Put your barriers down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tomorrow if you get 100,000 rupees, what would you do?
I would divide it out. Some I'll spend for my own happiness, and some I will reinvest it.
Got it. Have you made money your happiness?
Mm, money, my happiness, as in I didn't really
Yeah,
get.
that's where the demarcation between self and the money is diminishing. One, they are not separate. Two, you have even amalgamated them more than it is. When you were born, did you grab the collar of nurse and said, I like vacations and I want to make money for vacations?
Obviously not.
So you bought the idea that you must have vacations and you require money for it.
Yeah.
And since you have that mindset that you require money for your vacations, what do? You keep looking for money and money doesn't come, and then you don't go on vacation. Is that correct?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yes.
So you have stopped yourself because you have already concluded. Because you have concluded you cannot have a vacation because you don't have money, you did not even ask for vacations. So, are you living a life of possibilities or conclusions?
Currently, I would say that, I am somewhere in between because I'm working on myself.
Yes, I get that. But let's be pragmatic here. What is actually happening? I'm not asking about what you are doing. What is happening as of now? You want a vacation, right?
Yeah. Obviously. Which I
And
just came
then,
back from.
yeah, that's all right. The best time to have a vacation is when you are back from one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is when you have conclusion like that, and a lot of people come to my calls with conclusion, I'll just go and I'll listen, and if there is something which can make me instant money, then I will stay on the call. And I don't need to have a camera because that's not a condition. And even if this person has mentioned that cameras should be on, I can still switch off my camera, right? He cannot come into my room and switch on my camera. We all live our life from conclusions. And one of the most dangerous conclusion is there is not enough. So that puts us into scarcity mindset. And the second conclusion that you have, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. And these two conclusions are hidden clandestinely by the third conclusion. This is how it is so. Game over. And it happens not just in money, it happens in relationships also. It happens in receiving recognition also. It happens in growth also, in every area of your life. So I'll do one magic which do it often on my calls. I have this power like Thanos. You know Thanos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a power like Thanos. With snap of my finger, I can vanish money. Now there is no concept of money across the world. Nobody knows what money is. All your money vanished. Nobody knows what money is. Nobody knows what gold is. Everything gone. How would you go on vacation, Rachita?
Just go.
Just go where, for example?
I don't know, maybe wherever I go means, but you have to
Yeah,
like there
give,
must be
give me
pattern.
give me a place where you would go.
Maybe to Maldives.
Maldives, right? So that's what was running in my mind also. So for Maldives, you would start from your home. You'll pack, right? And
Yeah.
then what would you do? So suppose your packing is done. Now what would you do? What do you require?
You call a cab.
You call a cab. So you are going to call a Uber.
Yeah.
Okay. So Uber shows this is the distance. What else will it show?
It will possibly show like you have to pay in grains or some barter or something like that.
Really?
Because
Really?
the money is gone, right? So there's no
Money is
return.
gone. So would the Uber guy come?
Maybe the world is free now. So
World is free. So Uber driver will work for free.
who knows? Possibilities can be possibilities.
Yeah. So is that what is going to happen?
I think there'll be chaos by then.
Ooh. So the house that you are living in, will it be your house?
Till right now, that the house that I'm in,
Yeah.
well, it's anyway an army accommodation. So
That's all right. So there won't be any army also because they are not getting paid.
yeah. So the chaos, right?
So the chaos will begin from army only. They'll take out their guns and loot the
Ah,
canteen.
we'll see about that.
I mean, just think about it.
Yeah.
The purpose of money is to bring order.
I agree. Absolutely.
The entire physical or this materialistic reality is running swiftly because of money.
I agree.
And when you were a child, when you were putting that 100 rupee note in your mouth, you would say, Chichi Ganda. And as a child, you couldn't understand what they are saying. How can this be Ganda? You kept it in your pocket. You have been exchanging so many places. I put it in my mouth. What's wrong? But then you accepted it, and then they told you, Bade Baap Ki Aulad, and all those movies you saw. The girl was from a small village and the guy was Thakur. These are the barriers which are unconscious, and you bought it. क्या था एक गाना, बहुत अच्छा गाना था, मैं गली गली का शहजादा और तू महलों की रानी और समथिंग, बेताब का था और वो what? Somebody remember? Some movie. गली गली में फिरता है, पता नहीं कौन कौन सी, बहुत सारी ऐसे such kind of movies were there, and it was always about rich and poor. Yeah. These are the barriers which were put in our mind, and then these barriers were unconsciously lying behind us. So when Tejas was doing stock trading, he was told it's a gamble. You make one mistake and you will suffer. And when he was on the winning streak, he put every penny that he had into it. And when the market went down, he put in more money. And it went down, he put in more money that all of it will come back, and it did not. Tejas, did something like that happen, or I am assuming too much? Unmute. Unmute, unmute. Unmute yourself first. Yeah. I can't hear you. What's happening? I can't hear you. Your voice is not audible. Is it connected? No, I can't hear you. I don't know what is wrong. Check your system. No, I can't hear you. Anybody else can hear him? Or is it?
No.
Yeah, yeah. None of us can hear you. So something, because here it shows your audio is connected. Well, please figure it out. In the meanwhile, I'll continue. So, what happens is, back of the mind, you have something which is implanted by someone else, and you are not willing to admit it as real. You start fighting it, and the more you fight it, the more you create that. And now you have a proof that it can happen that way. And now you are stuck in that matrix of it having there or not there. Truth and a lie, truth and a lie. And all your life goes into it. What we do in excess, we acknowledge that everything is energy. Our thought, feeling, emotions, everything is energy. And so is money. So let's do one exercise here. You may get comfortable wherever you are sitting and close your eyes and start receiving energy from the universe. As much energy as possible. As much as possible from each and every pore of your body. Start receiving energy. And from the front of you, start flowing this energy to everybody on this call. Send loads of, billions of packets of energy to each other. As much as ever possible. The more you flow to the other person, the more it gets replenished from the back. Isn't it? Yeah. Do you experience that there is no dearth of energy in this universe? Similarly, money is also energy, and there is no dearth of energy in this universe. Convert this energy into money. And when you flow this energy, this monergy, money energy to each other, it will get replenished. The more you flow, the more it will get replenished. Because you don't receive from a closed fist. And there is a term called as penury. And I always thought penury means pennilessness. But actually it means penny wise, pound foolish. When you hold on to your pennies for your dear life. And your focus is so much on saving pennies. Yeah, you can open your eyes. So your focus is so much on saving pennies that you are not able to make a pound. Have you seen people who, even if you buy a small thing, they'll say, kitne ka aaya?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
And whenever you buy a new car or a new bike, the first question people ask is, kitna deti hai? average.
Yeah.
Actually, if you make a calculation, most people have a car and they don't drive more than 1,000 kilometers a month. If you take out metros, it is not even 400 kilometers a month. I was talking of mini metros. Now let us even go to towns. Barely they drive 5 kilometers a month. How much money are they saving actually? And they are still concerned कितना देती है. Even if they have a car like Ferrari which gives 4 or 5 kilometer a liter, it would be like $100, right? 5 kilometers छोटे टाउन में महीने का 3,000 रुपए. Does it even pinch? I mean, somebody who buys a Ferrari will think about 3,000 rupees. Now that is called as penury. And those who get into that penury mindset will make economy as their priority. Their life is run only by economy. And they would go to the farther store, big bazaar, rather than buy from more. And when they get their, the bill, they would check the bill. I would spend that time in making more money. That's penury. And even worse, how many of you feel that you have less time in 24 hours? Truth.
Yeah. Sometimes, not all the time, but yeah.
Not all the time. So what if I had power to give you 1 hour per day extra? What will you create with it?
Lots of things. I can make something new all the time.
Correct.
Write more. Put that 1 hour of undivided attention to write a short story maybe, and in 30 days I'll have 30 short stories or something like that.
Yeah, you get that? Yeah, but do you do that with 86,400 seconds that you are given every day and credited into your account? And
I try to.
you try to. And how much of it is spent in penury?
Fortunately for me,
Unconsciously.
fortunately for me, none of the above are applicable.
So,
Thankfully, maybe to
truth is, in actuality, penury is not just about money. It is also about energy. It is also about time.
energy maybe. Yeah, energy maybe, because
Correct.
giving more energy than you're calculating it, that how much time I need to spend where and all that.
Exactly. And let me ask Tejas again. That Tejas, whatever have happened in the past, how much of self-beating have you done every day? How many seconds of self-beating and how many seconds of bringing the past reference point again in your present have you done?
At least one time a day.
Yeah. So it's like it's like flying in that big balloon. You know that balloon airplanes which used to be there long back, right?
Academy.
Yeah. On one side you are flying at full speed. On another side you just climb up there and you puncture. And how is that working for you? Yeah. So now your voice is back. What were you saying about? Was I assuming or did I say something relevant?
No, what?
So I spoke about you investing in stocks and then it
Yeah.
went down and you were on a winning streak and then you thought, oh my god, I can make so much money from it, and then you invested more and then it went down, and you thought that let me try once more. Now the market is low, I would recover everything. Did it happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. You never told me about it, but I could just make out that it probably would have happened. And
Actually,
now,
I was not an investor. I was a trader.
trader, I know.
Yeah.
I was talking about trader only. See, most people who got burnt in the stock market are traders.
Yeah, I know that.
Investors don't work, they don't get burnt. They play long game. For them, short game is 2 years. They are long term players. Anyway, so, and then whatever was happening then, or whatever have happened then, you are using it to pull yourself down. It's like trying to swim with a boulder on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Understood.
So, whatever conclusion that you have made is what you are holding in your fist. Your conclusion is what you are holding in your fist, and there is no space to receive. The money series is about creating that space. Because if you have already concluded that this is what I do, and this is the state of the market, there is another, uh, you know, recession coming in. The market condition is not good, and I am not very educated. I do not have degrees, or I have no other experience. I can only do cooking because I was a chef or something, or I have already done stock trading, and that is the conclusion you are operating from. The entire core of all the Access workshops is to teach you how to receive and open your palm. And by the way, with each course, you open a palm like a miser with penury. It is quite rare that people suddenly opened up like this. It happened, and then they were too uncomfortable receiving, and then they closed again. They thought, oh my god, this may not slip. This should not be slipping away. One of the doctors, she was a pediatric surgeon. She did my workshop, and she hated the workplace, she hated the job, but she loved kids. After doing the workshop, when she went on to her hospital, and there was a pediatric ICU, she went, and she was shocked. She said, she came back to me that evening, called me, said, Geet, I don't know what happened. I said, what? She said, all the kids, barely 1 or 2 or 5 days old, they were turning their head to look at me. 2 days old kid, they do not move their head. They do not.
Yes, sir.
And there was one in particular who was in the center. Wherever I go, he was turning his head, and with wide eyes, he was looking at me. And I said, okay, maybe that, something shifted in you and you were able to contribute energetically to them. She says, no, there was more. I said, what? The matron, she hates me. And that's the reason why I hate my workplace. I said, so did she resign? No. That day, the moment I entered the hospital, she gave me a hug and she said she missed me. What did you do? I did not do anything. I just took a workshop. She was able to let go of everything she was holding on to so that she could create space for receiving. So every workshop that you do in Access is about receiving. And your receiving is blocked because you have already concluded how it is going to be and how it cannot be changed. And that you don't know how to change. And that you are not good enough. And that there is not good enough. There is not any, there is not enough for you, and other people are smarter, and you go into conclusions. So, how many conclusions have you been operating from in your life which are not even yours? You bought it from someone. Just 2 days back, I was speaking to a participant of mine, and he was shaken because he's in a sales job, and his boss said that our sales are dipping, and took them on a ride so that these guys don't have a peaceful weekend, and they work on weekend also, and told them that there is a depression coming, and he bought it. It took me 1 hour to get him out of it, because we have been buying realities of other people. It is not our reality. How many of us thought like that 2 years back when there was lockdown? Did we? You did not think about it. You thought that lockdown is good, you will create more money. Yeah, but everybody said what will happen, the restaurants will go out of business, travel industry will end, hospitality is over, and people were not even dying other than of corona. Normal deaths rate reduced big time. But what really happened? People prospered. When the lockdown opened, people bought cars, they bought gold. So only those of them who bought other people's reality, they had their fist closed and they were not receiving. And while I had just started as an access facilitator, I contributed more to people, and I was able to receive more as well. So your conclusion decides. You will only receive what you have really and truly concluded to receive. Not a penny less, not a penny more. Now Rachita will say this is Jeffrey Archer's book title. Also, Rachita initially on the beginning of the call said that there are two things important. One is the money matters and second is self. What if it's only self? What if all the desires that you have are stemming from other people's reality?
Could be, yes.
Yeah. And what
Could be
if
Instagram feeds.
absolutely too many, way too many. Way too many. And then people are teaching you formulas. So Tejas have learned at least 100 formulas over the last 10 years. Doing different workshops which are WhatsApp based, Zoom. He attended various 99 rupee courses, 199 courses, 599 courses. Yeah. And
I was always searching for free.
yeah, right. Okay, now
That is,
To be honest.
I am so glad you spoke about it because I had no idea what to speak after that. But now look at it. When you always look for free, what do you get? Pennies! You get pennies. Because what are you looking for? So when you so this was I'll give one story which I also give in the Money Workbook series if you attend. I come from a family of businessmen, and we have been dealers and distributor of footwear in my hometown. One of the wealthy names in this town was ours because of the big showroom or whatever we had, right? And a lot of our relatives are also into footwear or were also in footwear. All of us closed long back, right? I never used to buy a shoe more than $1,000. And this is true until last 10 years. Never. Never. Why? Because I knew the real cost of the shoe. And I knew what is the margin. The margin is 40 to 60, 65%. So I never used to buy that. It was only one day when one of my friend told me that, Geet, you're not buying something like, maybe a Liberty which is 2,500 or so, or some other brand, but you are creating carbon footprint. Whatever you are buying, it will last for a few months. But when you buy something good, it will last several. The amount of effort which is taken for this earth, for the humanity, and for the transportation and everything, you are only creating more carbon footprint by consuming more. One time buy is so much worth it. But my mindset was, only when I'm going to my hometown I will change my shoe. Otherwise I will go to Karol Bagh or Lajpat Nagar market, and I know the place, वो अच्छा सस्ता देता है. And the more I did that, the more was that mindset that I will always go for free. And I have done enough. Whatever you got for free was actually amounting to be very costly for you. It costed your time, costed your energy, it costed you your brand equity, because your presence increased the brand equity of the other person. I can always say Tejas and Rachita attended my call. You get that? And it costed you opportunity. The same time or less time that you would have invested in something, you would have gotten more result out of it. Also, you have diminished the value of that thing for receiving it for free. And I have met a lot of people, even if I wanted to give them free, they say, no, I can pay. Because I would like to pay. And they paid for it and they received more. So your reality will only shift when you start valuing the things that you are willing to receive and not putting crap in your hand. When you look for sale, 30% discount, 40%, 50%, they are all cheating you. You also know. There are so many stores, throughout the year there are, sale is going on, right? They have already made the markup price based on what they are going to sell it for. I would rather go to a store which is not offering any sale. I'm not against it. I would look at what I like, and I also teach in this 10 call series how to buy. What should be the factors to buy, and not like formula, not like scientific or management or analysis based. It's very much energy work, and the beauty is it works. So Geeta, I have already registered for my upcoming series, and still she wants to receive. So every call that I do, she comes on that. Ashok have already done money series. He on his own have read the book, which is the How to Become Money workbook. On his own he has read it, but still he comes for receiving more. In this entire 10 call series, if just one thing, I will be talking about almost 50, 60, 80 points. If just one thing you truly get it, you will be able to change everything. So whatever you have bought from other people as money reality, and whatever logic, whatever conclusion, whatever formula that you have used so far has not worked for you, because there is something else that works. And I'm not saying it is going to work for everyone all the time. Sometimes people have to do this money series or read that money workbook several times to finally change it. So when I did Access, I got to know about this how to become money. I said the title itself is wrong. How poor grammar they have. How to become money. How can that be? And then they said it's a magical book. I said, really? And then I said, okay, give me your book, I'll get a photocopy. And she says, no, this is dishonoring. I can give you my book to read, but not a photocopy. You can read my book. I said, okay, all right. How does it matter? I'll return it to you. So I took her book. Every day, every time I would start reading the book, this is the book. It's called as How to Become Money Workbook and not mine. So I'm not taking any credit. Written by Gary Douglas. Every time I would read the book, I would open it and I would go to sleep. Why would I go to sleep? Because the most confronting topic in the world is money. Because money is about receiving. Wherever you have your receiving blocked, your money flows will be blocked. Wherever you are unconsciously doing scarcity in any area of your life, your money flows will be blocked. It is all related. You are one individual. You are not separate. For example, work-life balance. It's a lie. There is no work-life balance. When you go to work, do you stop thinking about your wife and kids? Do you? And they make sure that when you go home, you open your harmonium and start playing on it, even on Saturday and Sunday. Isn't it? And for an entrepreneur, is the work-life balance really? Truth?
It's always going on. It's always going on.
Yeah.
It's life.
Your business is your life. There is no demarcation. The more separations you have with yourself and money, the more money flows will be stopped. So this is a lot of energy work, not really as in, sending energy or something. No. Everything is energy. Your thought, feeling, emotions are energy. And a lot of times what Tejas said that he's done law of attraction and manifestation and the secret and all those kind of things, they did not work. Yes, they will not work. Because you are not vibrating in that energy. You will see a toota tara and you will say, कल सुबह मेरे बैंक में 1 करोड़ रुपए. And you won't give a second thought about it. After 2 minutes, you would not even remember that you said something like that. But you would have an instance to prove, see, I was right, manifestation doesn't work. Or I am not able to do it, I am the stupid most person. So what are you creating with those repeated thoughts? And a lot of these thoughts are repeated, that money is bad, there is not enough money, I do not know how to make money, I have not found the right formula to make money. And many. Money doesn't grow on trees. You need to be educated. You need to be at right person, right place, right time and all that crap. And the reality is, everybody in this world is fighting the devil named money. You remember when you were a child and somebody said that there is a ghost in your room, and you looked around and you did not find the ghost, and then middle of the night or after some time you looked under your bed if there is, and there wasn't, but in your mind you have already created the ghost. What if all the fight that you are having with money is all mental? So, my invite to you is to come for this 10 call series and experience a different way of being with money. And when you experience this different way of being with money, you would be able to change a lot of things in your life and not just your finances. And this is just a glimpse of the world of excess consciousness. And if you still would like to know, I have all my batches, almost all participants giving me a testimonial. So you can watch those testimonials. I think with Rachita, I have shared those testimonials. Geeta is following me so much that she's already done 1/4 of Money Workbook on her own. She's been following up and she's waiting for this batch to happen. Tejas, I think last time also you had logged in. Yeah,
First
you
time.
did not. This is the first time. Okay. You logged into some other call?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So there are some of my calls, and each of these calls is different. You can go to my YouTube channel and you will find there are 2 or 3 other money calls I did free, and each of my calls is different. And I go by the energy what people are willing to receive. So I only spoke what you were willing to receive, not from the plethora of information I had. And when you open up your money flows, other things in your life will start working. That's my invitation. It's based on this book. Buying this book is compulsory because there would be some exercise in this book which you would be doing on your own. I would be sending you assignments on the email. They are not something which would take too much time. You just have to read them, and 1 or 2 or 3 exercises which you can do it in just few minutes. And read the book on your own, listen to the recording. Those who will listen to the recording of the call, they will receive more. The cost of the 10 call series is 10,000 rupees. And if you wish to have a recording, then you will be paying 9,000 rupees extra if you want all 10 calls. Otherwise, you can pay 1,000 rupees per call recording. That will be sent to you. Yeah. I'm starting on 17th, which is day after. You are welcome. And I know this is not one thing which is for free, but trust me, it's worth it.
But this is separate from access bars that you're
It
talking
is
about. This
actually
is not the same then.
sure. So Rachita, I'm
I
not
have
sure.
no clue.
No problem. I'll answer all the questions, but I'm not going to convince you.
No, I just want to
Yeah,
understand how
I
the
got it.
process goes.
No, I was speaking from the conversation we had. You said convince me, and I said no, I'm not going to convince you. Yeah. So access bars is a methodology which Gary Douglas found. Gary Douglas did something called as channeling, and he found the information from somewhere else, from another world, that there are 32 points on the head, which is, when they are gently touched, creates a lot of magic. And then we started practicing that magic. Other than that, when that magic started happening, the awareness gave a lot of answers. So he was channeling another time, and he channeled this entire information from another being. And when this is a transcript of a live class. When people started reading this, they started creating more change in their life. So this has got nothing to do with what finance experts say. So if you see one of my testimonial, in fact, I have trained more than 6 chartered accountant on money series. I mean, they have attended my money series. And the last 10th call, they were holding their head. They said, we never thought that money could be looked at from this perspective and can make life easy. We were all using formulas and they were not working. And I still have no idea how this is working. So a lot of yes, sorry, Rajita.
This book is available on Amazon, right? So you can buy it from there or something like that.
Sure, I can send you the link right away. Here it is. Okay, I'm also sending it on the WhatsApp group. Okay, you can buy it. So I was not able to read this book for 28 days. It took me 28 days to finish the book, and it was very disjointed. And the only reason why I read this book on my own is because I was committed to changing my financial reality. And after reading it after 28 days, I had so much resistance that it did not change much. Until I attended Money Call series with one of my favorite person who I learned access bars from. So then I attended her money series, and then there is another person I attended it from her, then another. So I have done this money series 4 times, and I have read this book on my own 4 times, and I have taken money series batches 7 times. This is my 8th batch. Each time, when something shifted for somebody else for my participant, it shifted for me also. So it's totally magic, and magic lies at the end of logic. So no amount of logic that you are using will change anything. Yeah. Usually my batch has about 5 to, never even 5 actually, 7 to 10 people or 25 people. This time I have less people. I may change the dates, but let me know, because as soon as you register, I would take a call whether I am starting this batch from day after. Yeah. If you have any more questions, I'm here. I would love to answer.
What are the money blocks?
Money blocks are of variety. They are not direct money blocks, they can be indirect also. It's when you were in your class 5th, and when your teacher said, अगर ज़िंदगी में कोई कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा तो वो तू है, ये सारे के सारे आगे निकल जाएंगे. Even that is a block. So with the help of the entire methodology, all these, and these are traumas actually.
Yeah.
Some of these are even traumas, like you lost वो जो कान, you or it could be रचिता, कान में जो बाली पहनते हैं उसके पीछे सोने का वो होता है स्क्रू, वो खो गया, उसके पीछे डांट पड़ी. It's a trauma for you as a young kid or a child, or even as a young adult. It's a trauma. And a lot of times your parents do not let you wear anything costly because they say खराब हो जाएगी. देख स्क्रैच मार के ले, चलो वापस रखो. It's a trauma actually. Now these are the money blocks. They create money blocks. And we deal with all these kind of money blocks with the help of access bars, with the help of foundation, body process. And the number of traumas and number of blocks that you have, trust me, they are not less than Godzillion. And like Rachita was speaking about something about layers, these blocks are actually hidden in layers. So I cannot straight away come to you that under that layer you have that block. Even I do not know. But it takes time. One by one, the layers unfold. One by one, these blocks go. So the reason why I did money series so many times is because under several layers, there were blocks. There was one more block, and I already gave one example. My uncle and aunt both are doctors. They were based in Jabalpur, and my uncle, being a doctor, he said that the most primary reason for infection to spread is through currency. So he never used to touch money. somebody else will handle money for him. And if at all he has to touch money, that time he used to sanitize his hands. And I'm talking of 35 years back. So he had somebody to handle his money. He hired someone. So every time when I would touch money, I would think of him. Every time when I kept money in my cupboard or somewhere, I would make sure that it is not on my clothes. That's an unconscious barrier. And with that barrier, I would never keep money in my pocket. And when plastic card came, I was like, okay, now I don't have to keep money. But that 100 rupee note which came to you, you only touched it twice. Once while receiving it and second time while giving it. Isn't it? But that card, how many card machines did that card slept with? And you were worried about infection and putting the mask and everything, and you were very comfortable with that plastic money. Haven't we blocked our ability to have money, our sense of having money with keeping that card? These are blocks. And you'll be surprised, Tejas, when you attend the money series, you'll come to know how many more blocks you have. Layer by layer, layer by layer, layer by layer, you would come across all these blocks. If you have life too easy, you actually won't like it. That is why you are making it difficult.
Pardon, sir?
Yeah, I know. It was not supposed to be understood. It was supposed to be only energetically unfold something for you. That's okay. You can listen to the recording. Only you guys will have the recording, not everyone.
Because these blocks are physical.
No, they are not physical. Everything is energy. So
Because sometimes any thoughts or any tension related to money came in my mind. That time I used to pain a lot
yes,
of pain.
lower back pain.
No, Lord. I did
Shoulder?
entire portion, yeah.
Yeah, because you have too many responsibilities and you don't want those responsibilities.
The nerve is getting, I think maybe if I didn't get out of that thought, then
Yeah.
it will blast.
Yeah, I know.
I think in that way.
I know what you're saying.
So how
And
to,
you have responsibilities and you think that you cannot shirk responsibilities and you cannot be irresponsible. So you are beating yourself up even more.
constantly I am being blamed for this.
Yeah, let me ask you, are you having fun in life?
No.
Good. You will love the money series. You are actually going to love it. And things will change. Don't trust me. Trust probably all those people who have given me testimony. And none of them is a fudged one. If you wish, you can connect to all these people. They have introduced themselves also. So it's not fudged. Yeah. Unfortunately, Ashok and Priyanka logged out because they had time only till 8:15. Otherwise, both of them have done money series. So they could have given. And day after tomorrow is my last call. No, tomorrow is my last call for money series for the 7th batch. So you can watch the fresh most testimonials, brand new, and they have created a lot, and people from across the world, from Bahrain, US, UK, everywhere, and they have attended. So
Can I join that?
you'll get to see the recording. It's a personal private call. It's a small circle. So when you join the 10 call series, you would also have the 10th call, right? Where people will share what they got out of it. You know what? if and you have been rejecting very, very simple and small things in your life, but are you asking, am I worth it? Or have you been diminishing in worth by rejecting things? So when you look at something costly or something which is luxury, you look at it and you say, Apan to, deep down you are saying, I won't be able to afford it. After this money series, instead of that, you will start asking for it and it will come to you. If you are truly willing to receive. Okay?
Yes.
Any more questions? I would love to answer. I have kept my time, another 10 minutes. Feel free to ask.
Whatever you teach during these 10 calls, can I reteach it?
Okay. So, to
I'm trying
be
to make my own money
sure,
as well.
I got it. So, there is something called as excess bars, which is number one workshop.
All right.
So, after doing that, you become a practitioner. When you become a practitioner, you can give someone an excess bars session.
Okay.
You can make money through that.
Okay.
If you wish to teach access bars, you have to do that class 3 times
Okay.
with 3 different facilitators. So one would be me, 2 other facilitators,
Okay.
and then you can conduct your own access bars class and give and certify people as practitioners.
Okay.
Then there is access certified facilitator.
Okay.
You have to do 22 more steps to reach there. So doing 2 bars classes are 2 steps. There are 22 more steps.
Okay.
Then you become an access certified facilitator, which takes some time and a lot of money.
Okay.
And then you should have ensured that you have read the book at least 5 times or attended it plus read it 5 times.
Okay.
And then you can take this class.
Okay. That's quite a long procedure.
Roughly about I took about 2.5 years and an investment of 17.5 lakh to reach here.
Okay.
Yes, because I also thought about it that इतने पैसे तो मैं नहीं देने वाला इनको. But then I asked a different question: am I worth it? Is my life going to be only stopped by 17 lakhs? So then I created that money and I created much more money than 17 lakhs. And I paid that and I did all the travel and I contributed to so many people. You see, the byproduct of choosing more consciousness is money. Somewhere you have been holding on these blocks and barriers and being unconscious. The byproduct of choosing consciousness is healing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. So healing does not always mean physical healing. Yeah, and whatever struggles, whatever is stopping you in your life is actually culminating into physical symptoms because your body doesn't like it. Your body has started resisting it and saying, why are you taking so much of load on yourself? And you'll get to know more in the money series what I am saying and how it is. Okay. Rachita, does that answer you?
Yeah, I mean, so I am also looking for other things that I can do along with this. So,
Lots of things. In fact, a lot of people who were writers, they came to my workshop so that they can find newer content. And
I'm taking my notes.
yeah, I know. So the moment you told me that you are a writer, I knew what you are here for. But there is so much goddamn of information that it would take a lot for you to digest and think from a new paradigm, and then your books will be different than what they are right now. So,
So
are you
what?
willing to work on your growth? That's the question.
See, when we are talking about money and everything, so most of the things that you spoke of, I actually put it into practice. So my thing is not just that. My thing is that I need more ideas. I need more stories. My thing is on, like I don't. I know exactly. I buy what I want and everything and all.
Yeah,
That's my part of it.
yeah.
So I just wanted to
One thing,
understand because a friend of mine, she is a access bar facilitator, but because she's too close to me, I wanted to have a distant opinion.
Okay.
So I wanted to know more
So
about this.
somewhere, Rachita, when you receive from conclusions, you will only receive that.
Right.
When you give up your conclusion, you will receive more. So what are you negotiating for, more or less?
Always more.
Yeah. So for more, you have to give up whatever conclusion you are coming from. That this is what I wish to receive.
Right. Okay.
It's
That's what
beyond
you're saying.
story. It's beyond stories. You know, you thought that I will give you chai in chota sa kullad. No, I will actually give you a tea shop. Are you willing to receive?
I can take a chain of tea shops as well around the
Sure,
around the world.
sure. Then come with that
Right. I
openness. Yeah, then you will be able to receive. Yeah. Yes, Tejas, you have questions. Lot of things happening in your mind. Ask me. Something is happening. Something is still there. Nothing? Okay. All right. Cool. Geeta, do you have any questions? Yes? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. आई थिंक आपने आपने आप नहीं आई कांट हियर यू आपके इसमें नॉइस कैंसलेशन इज प्रोबेबली क्रिएटिंग अ प्रॉब्लम आई कांट हियर यू सॉरी या बेटर हेलो ये आपके यहाँ की आवाज़ थी क्या इट्स नॉट वर्किंग सॉरी रचिता एनी मोर क्वेश्चंस वाइल गीता इज आस्क
I think
आस्क आस्क एज मेनी क्वेश्चंस
I I basically got the Jeet. Now I'm also doing something. I have done a couple of other things before this.
Don't worry, I have done
So
them all my life. At the age of 12, I read my first ever palmistry book. Then I did numerology, then astrology, homeopathy, and
I
I
just find it very fascinating. I don't think
yeah,
I think it's one of my hobbies right now. It has come to a
so
point where I
that's
keep on doing something or the other with
you
energy.
will you will keep on knocking doors until you find the door which is meant for you. Yeah, that's all right. I have knocked too many doors, way too many. So it's perfectly all right. I understand. Like Sadhguru also says, we are land of seekers. We all are seekers. And the day you stop seeking is the day you decide to. Hasta la vista. Yeah. All right. Geeta, not resolved? Okay. That's all right. You can send me your questions separately. Okay, all right. I have another call at 9:30. This is for access people who have already done access, but that doesn't stop you from receiving
I've
that call. You
I've
have registered.
registered. Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I'll be
So
there.
I'll see you in another 32 minutes
Yeah, with my notebook.
with your notebook. All
See
right.
you.
See
God
you.
bless.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
nice,
Bye.
nice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.